Hey guys, long time no see. How's everybody doing? If you came from TikTok, you already know the deal. I was giving advice on how to avoid bad practice in nail salons, in the shops, and what to watch out for. And I don't know what happened, but TikTok did not appreciate me spilling the tea. So I'm gonna do it here because I still feel like I have good, helpful tips. I'll probably just end up doing only story times on TikTok because that's what they seem to enjoy the most. And I'm not talking about like the people that watch my videos. I'm talking about like whoever runs TikTok does not want me spilling no tea. They just want me to do story time. So that's what I'm going to stick to there. But anyway, I digress. I was a bit salty, but that's totally fine. So in this video, I said I was going to answer questions, and I really do want to answer questions because I had a lot of questions, but there's really no point in answering them if TikTok isn't going to show the people that want to know, right? Right. So I'm going to go back and see what some of the questions were. I don't know if I'll get through all of them in this video, but I'm definitely going to try to get through a lot of them. So the first question I see is like a few of you are asking how you can avoid these shops that basically know they're doing malpractice, but they do it in order to cut corners and save money at the expense of your health. And the best way that I can explain that is they should have an Instagram. If it's like someone that does nails all the time, or it's a salon that does nails all the time, they should be showing off their work. That's not to say all bad places are not going to have those, but majority won't because they don't want to be really broadcasted like that. Another way is to go look at the reviews, especially like if like I live in like a little town. So the best way I could do it is looking on Google at all the salons nearby and going through the reviews, because they do get rid of a lot of the bad reviews, but there is some that you can see what they've done. Like if they're nipping people or making people bleed, if they're causing harm to the nails and it's bad, most of the time people are gonna shout them out and be like, yo, what the F is this? Because they did such a bad job. That's another way to look out for a chop shop. A lot of the time you will have to actually go in to the salon and just look around a bit. If you see them using dirty files, or if you see them in my state, I am in Texas. So in Texas, you're not allowed to use have you seen the cheese graters that they use on people's feet? Like the metal rasps that take a lot of skin off at a time? That's illegal and they shouldn't be doing that. That is a huge ticket, and I've never worked at a place that allows that because it is harmful. It can cause the skin to be thicker, which nobody wants. So I don't understand why you would use it anyway. And it's dirty. They're really hard to clean, and there really is no way to fully clean them. So I just leave. Just leave if you see that. It's not legal in Texas and several other states. You're going to have to look it up wherever you are, but that is an indicator too. They shouldn't be using dirty anything. Ugh. And if you walk in and let's say you've gotten to the point where you're sitting down, if they start pulling off your acrylics with another plastic nail tip, absolutely not. Oh my God, I hate that. That is so bad for your nails. They shouldn't be doing that at all, period. So that's like a couple of ways you can tell if it's a chop shop or not. There are several others that I could go through, like if their bowl for their feet are dirty, or if they use like old tools that you don't know where they came from, they just magically appeared out of a drawer. No, okay. If you go in for dip powder and they don't put your dip, like the powder they're going to use on your nails, into a different vessel of any kind, and they just dip it into their like powder jar for everybody, do not use the community dip powder. That is disgusting and should not. It actually is illegal because people have gotten serious infections, including the herpaderps, and we do not want to spread that. So please do not let them dip your nails in the community dip powder. Disgusting. I am totally scrolling down all these questions, guys, and all I can find is At least the latest ones have all been press-on questions, and I kind of wanted to keep this video to just salons. I think I'll do a separate video about press-ons because I'm getting a lot of press-ons. Let me look. Oh, here's a good one. Okay, so if you see someone or a salon doing malpractice on their clients, where can I report this, or if there is a place to report this? And there is. It's called TDLR, and that's exactly how you spell it, tdlr.gov. It'll take you to that website, and that is where that's pretty much the laws of the land for all salons and other trades too. But since I'm just like a cosmetologist, that's the only one I really focus on. They do other stuff too on there though. I made a TikTok about it actually not too long ago, but of course, Miss TT and her little salty butt pretty much made the views like null and void, so nobody saw it. But yes, it's called TDLR. They have a section where you can report, but like I said in the video I made prior, you have to complain a lot and you do have to have proof. I'm not saying TDLR is bad at their job, they're just extremely busy, which makes certain areas that may have a lot of chop shops a little bit more lax. I call it lax because they just don't have the resources to go out and yell at these people and like shut them down or give them fines all the time because there are so many of them. However, they will eventually have to send somebody out once you have enough evidence that they are going to seriously hurt somebody one day, okay? Nobody wants an outbreak of herpaderps in their town, and if TDLR ever found that out, they would be shut down immediately. That's not saying, however, that you're going to get shut down for every violation you do. They do give out a ton of tickets. So I've personally never gotten a ticket because I believe in safe practice. But I have heard of salons like getting in trouble for being dirty and like using cheese graters on people's feet or the razor. Did y'all know we used to razor feet with like actual razors? We would take off the skin. Oh my God, that is so unsafe. But we used to do it. Oh my God. I'm pretty sure that's banned like everywhere now. I don't know. I personally would never do that. Could you imagine getting a razor shoved into your foot? Oh my God. But yeah, offenses like that, I'm sure they wouldn't get closed down for. They might get a fine. So if you walk by them again and you see they're still running, that's because they probably just got a ticket for it, is the thing. So that kind of sucks in a way that they get away with that. But eventually the tickets will pile up and maybe they'll leave or start doing what they're supposed to do. Like, you never know. Here's another comment. We're going to move on from tickets and fines. But here's another comment that I got. Someone asked where they got confused what I meant by cementing your acrylics onto your nails, which is pretty much what we're doing when we apply acrylic to our nails. That's why it's so harmful to pretty much force them off. That should not be happening. It also depends on which acrylic they're using because a lot of chop shops like to use MMA when they should be using EMA. The reason they use MMA is because it's cheaper and you can get it in bulk pretty much, so you never run out of it. But it's not made for nails. It's just not, and it never will be. It's actually banned in I think all 50 states. I could be wrong on that, but I certainly know that it's banned in Texas. MMA is dental acrylic, actually. So when you like go and get braces or Invisalign, like I currently have Invisalign right now, what they use to glue the braces on or make the little sticks that hold your Invisalign in is MMA. MMA, perfectly fine for that job because that's what it's made to do. However, when you put it on your nails, it will eat your nails. Being a nail artist and I've worked in salons and stuff, you can always tell when someone has MMA on their nails because they will be tore up from the floor up. The chemicals they use in MMA pretty much destroy your nail beds. And if you continue to use MMA over and over and over on your nails, they might never come back. And that is awful. But of course, chop shops like to cut corners, so who cares if you lose your nails forever? What they should be using is called EMA, and they don't like to use EMA because it's a safer acrylic that is actually designed for your nails. But because it is safer, it means it's more expensive. Also, like the quantity that you get of EMA versus the MMA is very stark. It's expensive because it's safer and that's what they should be using. But MMA looks, you get it in bulk and it does the same job in their eyes. So why not? A good way to tell if your salon uses MMA or EMA, MMA will be kind of gummy when they try to remove it. It'll be gummy, it won't want to come off, it'll be really hard to get off because it's not really designed to be dissolved by acetone like EMA is. It also has this distinct smell, but unless you are a nail tech or you've been around EMA and MMA products and know the difference, you probably won't know that. So, there's that too, if you're a good sniffer. I have one more, and this one just irks my whole soul. Oh, by the way, if you can hear a shh in the background, it's my AC. I live in Texas. It's summer, it's hot, and I'm pregnant. I ain't turning it off. Anyway, if you go into a salon and you see they're about to use a dirty file on you, or say they didn't sanitize their bowl for your feet for your pedicure, and they say they're gonna charge you extra because they're not sanitizing and you want them to? Disgusting. Oh my God, I can't when they do that, because that's stuff they should be doing anyway. If you're gonna charge for that, which if you do charge for sanitization, which you should be doing, you should definitely be adding that onto their bill without them knowing. That's just common sense. I never understood why salons do that. I've heard of them. I've never been to a salon that does that, but I've seen salons that have signs and stuff, and it says it's $1 extra for a new file, knowing darn well that file they're going to use on you only costs them 25 cents at most. It just truly grinds my gears, these places that do these little cut corners and then they make people sick, or they grind down your nails so much that you think it's the acrylic but it's not, so you stop going because you don't want to damage your real nails anymore. It just makes me so irritated that these places give us a bad name. I'm not sure how many signs I just gave y'all right now. I think it was 4, but if I think of any more, I will definitely put them in another video. In my next video, I'm gonna have to answer all those press-on questions that y'all had, because I just feel like I don't want to ignore those, especially since that's what I'm mainly focusing on right now. But yeah, I really appreciate all the questions, all the comments that I've been getting on Miss TT, even though Miss TT did me dirty. But I think that's it for this video. Thank y'all so much for everything, the comments, all my press-on girlies that be getting my press-ons. Ooh, I appreciate y'all. But yes, make sure to look up my other socials. I will have them linked below. And if you have any more questions, I am not shy to answer. I do not care. I remember going through school and or working, or child, I never worked at a chop shop, but I've been 2 chop shops, and they would tell me not to tell. I'm spilling all the tea. I do not care. I am over chop shops. I'm tired of my teachers trying to silence me on chop shops. It is not gonna be me. Absolutely not. I don't care if I'm gonna lose $10 here, $5 here. I'd rather keep somebody safe and stay out of jail. It's just better for everybody. But yes, that is it for real this time. If you have any questions, let me know. Leave them down in the comments below. If you came from Miss TikTok down there, let me know in the comments, girl. Yes. But yeah, I hope y'all have a great rest of your night, day, whatever it is. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.